Today we are going to see how far we can walk in 24 hours. We'll be starting in East London and we'll head west for as long as our legs will carry us or before our 24-hour timer runs out. We'll have to battle against the elements, Londoners and fatigue. So how far can two regular fellas make it?
24 hours on the clock. Let's go. This should be fun.
This is going to be horrible.
That'll be fun.
Right, so we're setting off from the Thames barrier. I'm genuinely intrigued to see what physical state we're in at the end of it.
So it's midday, 24 hours to do it. We've got to work out how to balance our stops as well, because we will have...
I'm not stopping.
We've also picked the River Thames in London because we thought it's going to be quite flat. This isn't about going up and down. This is just about covering pure miles. Oh, this is going to be such a battle.
I've done a lot of walking before, you know, since birth, but never condensed like this.
How far will we get? Will we do the whole 24 hours? If we did 50 miles, I'd be chuffed with that. But we've obviously got to film as well, so that will slow us down a little bit.
Getting our excuses in early.
Yeah. But if you like seeing us in agony, stick around for this video because I think it will be full of that.
So they f***ed up getting this flat, didn't they?
Not even a mile in, and already the weather had turned against us.
I don't want to use valuable seconds stopping to get my coat out. Everything's got to be done on the move. Had an absolute downpour. I've had to put my waterproof trousers on as well. Jack's also got his on.
Flash, I forgot them. So now, 30 minutes in, I have soaking wet trousers. This is the worst time for this to happen. At the very start, I can feel my kneecaps chafing.
First mile's under our belt, that's good.
Obviously got to be vigilant in London as well, with cameras and stuff. Starbucks has already robbed us.
Just see the Shard through there and the Gherkin over here. Looks miles away, and that's just a scratch of what we've got to do.
As we made good progress around the Thames, the weather continued to stifle that.
This is what we're dealing with. Jack just made a good point. Why don't we do this in Florida? Too easy. Too easy. The great outdoors. Speaking of which, we've got some great outdoors designs. Head to allthegear.shop and you can get your hands on one of them. There's a couple of little Easter eggs on them. They're very cool.
Oh, that's not a good noise to be making this soon into this.
Just over 2 hours in, over 6 miles. So we're on about 3 mile an hour pace.
Man, I'll be honest, at this point, I think I'm probably achier than I should be. Oh my God, this is actually such a horrible idea. Are we gonna sleep?
I don't know. I don't know what I will be like in 12 hours time. If we have to sleep, we have to sleep.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah.
Oh look, the rain started again. That's really good.
Perfect.
I think this is definitely going to be a mental game, but I keep just thinking about how we've done such a tiny fraction of this and the mission ahead. I can't keep thinking about it like that. I've just got to take...
Don't let it get in your head. 1 foot in front of the other.
Yeah, walking. Yeah, I know what the video is. Yeah.
That's all we can do.
A couple of hours in, we decided to make our first stop for a quick drink at the Prospect of Whitby pub that has the original 400-year-old floor inside it. But not wanting to waste time, we quickly got back on the road where Jack encountered a new enemy of his, stairs.
Oh, that's not good. How long have we been going now, Ethan?
Coming up to 4 hours.
4 hours? We've only got a little like piddly 20 hours left.
Down here?
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter.
Should we just turn around?
We could just walk up this section back and forth for the next 24 hours, but we're getting into like real London now.
Yeah, proper London. Should we cross Tower Bridge?
Have I ever walked over Tower Bridge? Nope.
Would you like to?
Yep.
Now, we have got a lot of walking to do and we don't want to be waiting ages for all our meals. And thanks to this week's sponsor, Y-Food, we won't have to.
If, like us, you're constantly on the go, then you can try Y-Food's full and balanced, ready-to-drink meals that keep you full for 3 to 5 hours. With us, we've got Y-Food's Taster Pack that comes with 5 different varieties of their classic drink.
And now that it's lunchtime, it means we can pause our challenge and have a super quick meal right now. What have you gone for, Jack?
I've got a Happy Banana, and I'll be honest, this is almost gone. I've actually been smashing this. It's delicious.
But this is amazing for us. We can just stop super quickly, have lunch, and then we can just crack on.
Each drink contains 26 vitamins and minerals and has all of the nutrients that your body needs.
They are also lactose and gluten-free and have a 12-month shelf life, and you can also get milk-based and vegan drinks. Click the link in the description and get your discounted taster pack right now.
I've actually smashed that.
Right, we've got to get going. I've had my first mental battle. We're not even a sixth of our time through this yet.
That's a dark thought.
This tiny little challenge that we're doing like pales in comparison to what some endurance athletes have to do. I have a lot more respect for them.
It was good to reach the landmarks of central London, but it wasn't without its obstacles.
Oh, sorry, man, sorry. Sorry, I thought this was really flat, this section.
All this modern construction sort of ruined Tower London, is it? 'Cause it's not really like that tall when you look at it now. One of my many observations that I made.
It was mid-afternoon and time for some sustenance. And seeing as we were in Borough Market, we went for the best possible option when doing a 24-hour walk. Donuts.
You know in cartoons where someone puts a freshly baked pie on a windowsill? I was floating around off my feet. How does Bob Marley like his donuts? With jam in.
Don't lick your lip.
What if I lick your lips? You can't stop, man.
Sorry, yeah.
You've got to get the miles in. Now, you look me in the eye and you tell me that single jam donut isn't worth a fiver. I went for creme brulee.
Never seen that, a creme brulee donut.
Oh my actual God.
Does that taste sensation?
This is going to provide me the sugar I need. I'm sending all this donut straight to my kneecaps.
You know when people are like doing big endurance things, they're like, I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna rehydrate, I've got my energy drink, and then I'm gonna eat this bit of quinoa and I'm gonna be pumped.
Us. I've got a £5 creme brulee donut.
Wanting to learn more about the sites we were passing, I turned to Jack to give us his own version of a London tour.
That's St Ibal Paul's Cathedral.
What's this?
That's the late modern.
What's the bridge?
The Millennium Falcon Bridge.
My big worry is, well, the whole thing and the night time. What will happen then?
I don't know, we have to find that out. Done this the wrong way round. We should have had scooters and skateboards for this, couldn't we? Then I could have done a varial hill flip to broken ankle.
This is London.
The Eye of London. Like the Eye of Sauron, but far, far more evil.
Okay, this is not good for progress. When we've done this busy stretch on the South Bank, our pace has dropped quite a bit just because we're moving out the way of people.
Yeah, and you have to move out the way because something about the people in London is they just want to try and walk through you if possible.
Yeah. I'm getting quite riled with people now, just barging in.
Yeah, you're really quite annoyed, aren't you? I'm quite partial to a bit of effing and jeffing myself. But some of the things you were saying. And across the water, we have Sizable Ben. We have Large Benjamin. Look at the clock on that fella. That's also where they make all the brown sauce.
Ah, yes, I know that.
HP.
I do know that. We're about 15 miles in. We've done like 5.5 hours. We have had to stop a couple of times.
So we're almost come up to a quarter of, oh my God, do not say that.
We're not far off a quarter.
A quarter? At some point, I think I might actually just lay down and cease to exist.
Is that a Johnny?
Yeah, that is a Johnny.
There you go.
Come to London.
Should we go into the aquarium?
You want to go into the aquarium?
Well, we can walk in there, can't we?
So we got reeled into the London Aquarium and had an opportunity to get some steps in whilst having the comfort of being inside.
There is absolutely no one in here.
We've actually done quite well here. There's no one here, plus apparently we're at some special event. Free alcohol.
Yeah, free alcohol. And it's one of the only attractions where you get some miles in.
Yeah, exactly. We cannot stop here.
They gave us champagne flutes with Prosecco and orange juice. What the hell is going on? There's no one in it. Is this special event just for us?
Found him!
Found him, there he is, you little bugger. After leaving the warmth of the aquarium, we headed back out onto the cold streets of London. I hardly looked at any fish. The trouble was that they gave us a glass of Prosecco each. That's taken the shine off me. I either need to have had no Prosecco to do this, or lots of Prosecco.
Navigating through the sea of tourists, we encountered one of the more obscure sights of London.
There's the London Eye, there's the House of Parliament, Westminster Abbey, but it's the little details you want to look out for, like a crow eating a Cadbury chocolate bar. That's the real charm of London.
Now, walking through Vauxhall. Excuse me, you dropped your umbrella. Don't know why I shouted that.
Oh, excuse me, have a jam sandwich, please, person.
Sorry, you dropped your umbrella, sorry.
Oh, sorry, you've dropped your umbrella.
But we're kind of through main central London now, we're out the other side of it.
Yeah, there's not as many tourists trying to walk through us.
Probably going to stop for dinner soon as well, and then push on into the darkness.
Ah, that sounds so horrible. getting to the point where like every change in angle in like the pavement and stuff is affecting my feet. I'm hitting new bits of my feet that I didn't even know I had.
Pain's not real, don't forget that.
It is, and it's in my feet.
We've dialed in dinner. There's a chicken shop in Clapham.
Oh, I wonder if this chicken shop is ready for me taking my boots off in there. So why did you bring in your own chicken poppers? No, those are my wrinkled, deformed toes from walking. And where'd you get that Savoy from? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. With the thought of some hot chicken and a chance to sit down, pushing us through even more rain and into the darkness, we eventually made it to the restaurant and a chance to refuel and gather ourselves for what we still had ahead of us. Had a Nando's and all the chicken's gone straight to my legs.
Little spring in your step now.
I've got a belly full of chicken and a spring in my step.
But I think what we need to do is work on increments rather than look at 30, 40 miles ahead of us. We need to go, right, let's walk for 3 and stop for a minute.
That first 8 hours we did pretty much non-stop. Like we stopped places, but I didn't sit down. Now I have sat down, it's given the blisters on the bottom of my feet a chance to get their act together.
My feet feel like there's nothing between the bone and the floor.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like I've worn out the bottom of my socks.
But now we're into the night shift, where it will be decided.
So far, the early part of the night shift's not been great because we've been walking through Clapham, going past bars, and there's just people like, genuinely having a brilliant time and sipping down cold pints, and then us just like, oh my god, I've got to walk for another 16 hours.
The psychology of the night is gonna...
Oh, you think this is a mind game?
Oh, I think this is all psychological.
See, my mind is willing, but my body is telling me no.
Slowly working our way out of London, we made the decision to find a long straight route to really cover some distance. So we headed straight for the A3.
For those of you who don't know, the A3 is basically a motorway. 3 lanes of traffic, lorries smashing past us and spraying us.
It's got a path though.
There we go, there's another one.
Ethan was so full of beans leaving Nando's. He was like, yeah, let's get it, let's go all night. I don't need to stop again. And it's been about 40 minutes and now he's like, oh, I'm flagging. It's getting harder and harder. Our pace is slowing with every step. Jesus Christ, I was almost on that bus for a second.
Right, let's push on.
Sat in the trolley park outside Asda. The mind is willing, but the feet say no.
This isn't good.
No. I feel awful.
Done a couple of laps of Asda, that will help. We're like 1.4 miles from doing a marathon. Should we just run for ages?
You think you could muster up the strength to run? I can't even muster up the strength to stand. I can crawl for a little while if you would like that. Pace is slowed to probably maybe like 1.5 miles an hour.
Maybe we went too hard out the blocks.
And now we're paying the price.
That was silly. But neither of us have got the correct footwear and that is not good. And that's...
What are you talking about? These are walking boots. Do you know what else is horrible about it? It's the repetitive nature of walking. So I've been trying to like do some like freestyle walking, flick my legs about.
Jack Wayne here.
Oh,
that's a good one. I like that one.
do you know what might help actually?
What's that?
Skipping.
Go on. Right, try full tilt sprint. Go. Did that not work, that one?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Coming up to midnight.
I miss my car so much.
With fatigue setting in and our feet well and truly punished, we weighed up whether it was best for us to stop at a hotel for a few hours rest or to keep pushing on.
What's the plan, do you think?
I'm gonna find the coziest looking doorway I can and curl up.
Do you want to go for it? Just put the hammer down. No, Jack, we should put the hammer down. We just go for it. Send your legs.
I'm thinking about picking the hammer up completely. What do you think? Tactical nap?
Just get 3 hours in, then we go for it.
Oh God, that's gonna be an expensive nap.
But little did we know, this decision was actually out of our hands.
Bit of an issue. Apparently you can't book a hotel once you go over the midnight mark. So we're going along with this one, boys and girls. This is the big walk.
Oh mate, that's an absolute wonder. My room at the inn, pretty much.
We're here into the long good night.
I so didn't want it to go down like this.
The hotels have done this to us.
I'm fully blaming Premier Inn and Travelodge for this one.
We're over the hump. Now it's ticking down. 11 hours remaining, it's all
good.
It's all gravy
Oh,
now.
why don't you say it like that then?
Oh,
It's all
what?
good.
I'm sorry.
Oh, actually, I'm having a great time, am I? Oh, okay. Just the 4 swans, actually.
Why don't you just snuggle up with them?
They might have the right idea. I might just nuzzle my face into my back, lay down on my front, and just bed down for the night. With our plans dashed, we got off our feet for a few minutes to brace ourselves for the long, dark night of walking ahead of us. And Ethan's body definitely wasn't ready.
This isn't good.
What's happened?
I think I've got like lactic acid build up. I cannot move my legs like more than that speed.
Well, that's all right. That's the pace I want to go at anyway.
Oh my God.
Come on, you need to burn it off. Let's go. Come on, we got nowhere to be.
This is a low point.
What do you mean, last 20 hours?
10 to 3 in the morning, and we've already done our 10,000 steps for the day. Legs are just absolutely shot.
I've got an idea. Why don't you carry me on your shoulders? I'll get your hold of your eyebrows to steer you. I'll go, mush, mush! Oh okay. No, shit, that's what we've got planned for next week, isn't it?
Oh, I hate this bit.
Eventually, in the very early hours of the morning, we rejoined the river and to the start of what was the hardest section of the walk. As we dragged ourselves along the path at whatever pace we could manage, we were overcome by a mixture of exhaustion and delirium. We said very little to each other, and with no signs of life, the black shapes around merged into one long, dark, twisted dream.
My brain has turned to mush, just like my knees. Pace has just slowed so much.
The last 2 or 3 hours have just been one of the hardest things I've ever done. Also, we just stopped a minute ago and Jack went to the loo. I just fell asleep on the bench.
Yeah, that's what left you there. The trouble is with it, like you stop to rest and you get cold, so you have to keep moving to stay warm, but you don't want to move, you just want to sit. We literally have no choice but to walk now.
No.
Oh God, that bench looks so good.
Hopefully in about an hour, the sun will start rising. That might just give us a bit of a lift.
I'm waiting for that, like some sort of lizard.
We've not given up yet.
I so want to.
As the sun started to rise, we rejoined civilization and had no choice but to find somewhere to warm up and dose ourselves with caffeine for the final stretch of the challenge. And feeling slightly more human, we reflected on the night's walk.
What an absolute miserable night. I've done a lot of silly stuff at night, and that was one of the worst. This is genuinely all we can muster. This pace. Don't know what's happened. My legs are like the dogs aren't barking. The f***ing kennel's burned down.
We're still in it. We're still in the game. We're not giving up.
I'm feeling sensations I've never felt before. Should you be able to feel your heartbeat in your kneecaps? Like, is that a thing that's normal?
We were so close to stopping. You had said, I'm throwing in the towel, but you're still here.
I had no choice. Nothing was open. I couldn't get home anyway.
And now it being light, it's just changed our mood as well.
We walked the river at night. That was probably like 9 hours of just me and you. Didn't see another person, and it felt like we were the last 2 people on planet Earth.
Costa was that was a whirlwind in there of micro sleeps.
Yeah, Ethan was headbanging like.
So this was it, the final hours before the 24-hour timer would run out. Digging deep and using every last bit of energy we had, we were determined to squeeze in as many miles as possible.
This is it.
I have no words.
My blisters have blisters. You've actually lost your marbles. You haven't said anything like substantial for the last hour and a half.
Ever. We're right out by the M25, literally next to the M25. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They have done it.
I just do not have the energy to be happy about actually finishing this. What do we do? How many
So in
miles?
24 hours, we did it. We didn't give up. We were close. 46.28 miles.
I feel like I've done 1 million. Is that good? 46? I don't know if that's good for 2 average fitness dudes that hadn't done any training for walking, averaging just below 2 miles an hour for 24 hours. We did stop more towards the end, but mostly because
We couldn't move.
it was either stop or spend way more time crying. Yeah. No more walking videos. That's it. That's the last one ever. We hope you enjoyed this video because we had a horrible time making it. But if you want to subscribe, you can click here, more videos. And,
See you next week for the 100 miler.